but this looks stupid. Because I told myself when I hopped on break, I was going to make a video in my car. And I completely forgot. And I got to watching some ReZero, the new season. And then Crunchyroll started buffering. And I was just like, now I want to make a video on why I just hate lag, bro. Like, you could be having the greatest day of your life. You know, you're on the game. You got back-to-back wins on freaking, what, Fortnite or COD or something. And then, you know, you go up against one dude, and you start to realize the bullets are just going through you. And then you look down, and you realize that you're just looking back up again. And then you look in the corner and see the little Wi-Fi signal has an exclamation point next to it. Why the frick you acting so surprised? You knew. Let me relax, bro. Why can't Wi-Fi just act like Wi-Fi, bro? We have so much intellectual capability, but we couldn't create something that works flawlessly. You can create artificial intelligence that does things like replicate a human being's facial features to the point where it is actually tricking regular human beings. But we can't make Wi-Fi, wireless connection, that works 24/7. I'm not asking for perfection. I'm asking for excellence. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Is that big of an ask? No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Like, bro, I want it to be that when I connect to the Wi-Fi and it says connected, it acts like it's freaking connected. Because what you mean, connected, no internet? If you're connected, how can there possibly be no internet? How can you... That's like me saying, I nutted in you, but you're not going to get pregnant. Does that even make sense? No. So act freaking connected. I could go on and on about like all the other things that piss me off. Like this food right here. Because I work as a restaurant server, a wedding server, whatever the frick you want to call it. I just remembered I need to put on different earrings. And of course on lunch break, they give us the food from the kitchen. And today's selection was just booty butt mid cheeks, bro. Now I'm not gonna, be the pickiest eater, Anton Ego, ungrateful turd, but like, can we get something more than just grilled chicken and some terrible leftover rice? Like, the junk, I'm already like, my standard for rice is like, already, it's like, you need to have the greatest rice on the planet, or you don't need to be making rice at all for me. I'm Haitian, so all Caribbeans can attest to this. Like, bro, we don't play about our rice. Yo, this dude really pulled up right next to me fast as hell, bro. You do not need to be doing all that. So, bro, I'm just not trying to, I'm not trying to deal with that. Like, I want good food when I'm on break after, and mind you, today, they wanted to make us go on break when we finished setting stuff up, instead of just when break is supposed to start. There's new management, and now they want to act like they've always been on point with everything. No, y'all have not been on point with everything until, even when bro started working here, y'all still not on point. Let us get our freaking break. And then when we get back, we're going to be behind. And mothers are going to be like, oh, no, we got to move. Don't rush us as if you didn't already rush us before. Like, bro, come on. And to add to that, they didn't even have it set up in the ballroom for the way that we were supposed to have it when we clock in. They didn't have any plates on the table so that we could just set up silverware and the extra stuff. No, there was nothing. I walked in, nothing. I was the first one in that mother fricker, bro. First one to clock in. So, they're gonna actively make our lives difficult. And on top of that, raise the expectation. I'm not saying we can't meet these expectations. I think if the mugs that are actually being lazy put that work in, we would be on point every single day. But you know, obviously, you can't have 100% good staff. But that being said, like, it's not me that's keeping y'all behind, bro. I could do 10 different tasks and still spend the same amount of time that it takes the average person to get every single task done. Like, I'm like, not even one person. I'm talking about all I worded that wrong. All encompassing people, all staff, you know, work together. They could never be as fast as me working alone, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, and I can say that with full confidence. It's like, bro, I really don't even want to talk about this job anymore, man. Screw this place. That's why I make these YouTube videos, bro. Like, I really clock in and be like, man, something gotta change. Like, something gotta change, bro. I'm not trying to do this for the rest of my life. Obviously, this is just a job, not a career. But I'm not doing this for longer than I have to. These are all means to an end, my guy. These are all means to an end. God dang. Y'all wouldn't believe me if I said I'm over here propping my phone on my steering wheel, gang. I got no tripod in here, nothing, bro. I'm just thugging it out. Thugging it out, bro. Just thugging it out. You know, who even cares, bro? I'm just gonna hold it myself. And it's like, bro, it feels like we're all stuck in the same trap of just like living day by day and just trying to make ends meet, when the whole time we shouldn't even be trying to make ends meet. We should have been already on the path to greatness. But we're so limited by not only our mindsets but our resources, and the fact that now in this day and age in 2026, people my age and around that age demographic of like 24, 5, 22, 21, in their 20s, we're just like we are handicapped like hell, bro. And that's not to say that nobody's succeeding, but sometimes it just feels like it's so hard to that you just relent. I'm not gonna give up because that's how losers think, but it is kind of hard, bro. It's hard out here, man. So, you know, when you clock in, next time you clock in, bro, if you really hate that job, bro, just be like, hey, man, let me start writing down the way I'm gonna change things, because I don't want to be stuck in this loop, bro. If you really want to get out that jam, you're gonna get out of it. I'm surprised that we went from Wi-Fi to this, but hey, this Oli, I'm clocking out of YouTube right now, but I'm clocking back in to get on my break. I'll get off my break so that I can just waste more time for the next 6 hours. But y'all have a good afternoon, night, or day, whatever the heck going on. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video. Peace.